Hey Rough Cutters, Adam Stanchek here with my Thursday movie review. Now this week I'm going to review the movie Ong Bak, which if you remember, Lee reviewed the sequel to this, like in her Know Your Mushrooms Ong Bak 2 review that she took from her original channel and put it on the Rough Cuts. But I want to go into a little bit more in depth into Ong Bak. I don't know if you guys have actually seen it or heard of it or know anything about it. Now in action movies, you could be looking for like a good twist or like a great plot with some great action, or you could be looking for whatever. But typically, on this kind of kung fu action movie, even though it's not kung fu, it's Muay Thai, I'm just looking for like really cool stuff. It's really cool fighting. And the thing that sets Ong Bak apart from the crowd is that there are no special effects in this movie. I think that's the most important thing to know about this movie. That it's all actually no stunt doubles or some kind of camera trickery. Like, the stuff they're doing, they're doing it. I mean, of course, there's some degree. I mean, there's a story plot line to it. And I don't remember if anybody dies in it, but if they die in it, they're not dying in real life. But I mean, they're doing this stuff. And you'll, like, when you watch the movie, you'll see it and you'll be like, wow, that's outrageous. That's not like wire fighting flinging across the room. Like, these people are actually doing this stuff. And before I watched this movie, I had no idea who Tony Jaa was, which is the main actor of the movie. And I had no idea really what Muay Thai was all about. It's just a really cool, different style of fighting. If you're into martial arts, you probably know what Muay Thai is. But maybe you don't. It's definitely worth checking out. I mean, of course, if you're into martial art movies and martial arts, you probably have already heard of it. But even if you're only slightly interested in it, this is like a fun, awesome movie. So just how cool it is that like they're actually doing all the cool stuff in it, all the fighting, and how just entertaining the moves that you use in this. Like Tony Jaa he's like a gymnast because of the cool moves he can do in this. That adds so much to the sheer awesome factor of this movie. That adds a lot to it. I don't want to talk about the plot line of it because the plot line's pretty dumb. But like I said, it's not what you're looking for. And maybe you do like the plot line, but I just thought it wasn't even important to me. I will talk about how the movie's in subtitles because it's a foreign film. And you could either watch it subtitles or you can watch it dubbed. Typically I watch movies in subtitles. Some people, they find that distracting. I normally find it distracting to have like the weird cartoony voices going along with it. I would rather just hear their actual voices and have the words and be able to understand, you know. Actually, I watched this movie with the dubs, and they're kind of entertaining. I mean, they're silly, but I kind of, you know, it felt like I was watching an episode of Dragon Ball Z with some of the voices that they gave the people. So you can watch it either way. So the movie is a couple years old now. It came out in 2005. I know that he made a sequel, and I think there was a third one, and there was like The Protector and other stuff. But I really like this one, the first one, Ong Bak. Especially knowing, like, maybe if you watch it not realizing that, like, the special effect, like, the moves and stuff they're doing are real, like, there are parts where they, like, do these crazy, like, stunts that if you saw in a stunt show, you would be like, wow, that's unbelievable. Well, just think about it like this is not, like, they're not doing trickery. It's all real. This really happened to this guy. Okay, that's not true. But still, it's like the no trickery involved in it. I've said that point enough. Let's move on. Like I said, the plot line is kind of lacking. So if you're looking for something deep, like maybe you might find something interesting, like it's about a guy's spiritual journey. But like to me, it's a bunch of crap and it had nothing to do with the actual movie. I thought the music was kind of silly, but it fit the movie well. But it really had that entertaining factor. I've watched some old kung fu movies or like Steven Seagal stuff or whatever, and it's not all action is entertaining, but this is. You're going to be like, wow, this is great. This is entertaining. This is cool. I like this. This is good. So I'm going to give this some points in awesome. I'm going to give this points in entertaining value. I'm not going to give it too much in like the meaningful movie. This has some deep good. This is it. And when I say meaningful, I mean like even like The Departed has like some meaning in it, you know, even though it's not like this important. I mean, I liked it a lot. The Departed I liked a lot. I'm saying like the plot line of that was good and like yeah, there was deep characters but like for the Ong Bak, I'm not gonna say. I mean like you could say whatever you want to say, but I'm gonna say that the characters weren't too deep and everything. It was just mostly about seeing people get the crap kicked out of them. But that does not take away from it. It's still extremely watchable, which is very important in a movie. You want to be able to watch it. So overall, good movie. Check it out. I love you all. Actually, I've watched this movie with the subtitles on, and I've watched this movie with the caption